standing on the stage of the historic Apollo Theater in Harlem, New York. As you can see, the theater is undergoing a $65 million renovation, and the Action Fund is proud to play a part in this effort. I remember as a kid sitting around the TV with my family watching Showtime at the Apollo, and I can only imagine how many other families have the same memory. This historic monument is dedicated to a legacy of artistry, ingenuity, and creativity. And we are so proud that next year it will be returned to the community and available for public programming, for interpretation, and will stand in its full glory once again. I'm Brent Leggs, and I am bringing greetings from the historic Apollo Theater right here in Harlem, New York. I've got the good fortune of being here with Billy Mitchell, who is commonly known as Mr. Apollo.
Yes, sir. And Brent, welcome to the world famous Apollo Theater, Harlem, New York. And we're so fortunate to have our friends from the Action Fund here.
Yeah, glad to be
Can I show
here.
you around a little bit?
Please.
All right. Now, where we're going right now, this is the backstage area of the Apollo Theater. When performers come in to go to their jobs and go to their dress rooms, they enter through this section here. But normally, when the theater's open, behind us is the wall of signatures. See, way back in 1989, our stage crew came up with this brilliant idea. They said, after people perform, we're gonna have them on their way to the dress room sign their names on the wall.
Yeah.
And this is going on until this day. With the renovation going on, we didn't want to disturb all of those signatures. So we have this put up here now.
That's
so
good.
When the renovation and upgrade is finished, you'll see all these names back again with more added to it.
Yeah.
Can I show you some other parts of the theater?
Yeah. I was just gonna say the first time that I toured this space,
Yes.
when you led that amazing tour, I just remember seeing all of these names, a lot of it in cursive, but for me, it was like this rainbow of stories that just brought to life all of the people connected to this important place.
You know, the signatures up here is the who's who of entertainment. They're in sports, they're in politics, they're in the art. You know, the Temptations, you know, Stevie Wonder, Magic Johnson, Alicia Keys, you know, Taylor Swift, Tony Bennett, Gaga. You know, all these acts have performed on our stage and their signatures are up there. The Apollo did even bless me and ask me to sign my name up there.
You're a legend too.
Yeah. Can I show you the rest of the building?
Yeah, that's
Come
great.
on. So we're now on the stage of the Apollo Theater. We just came from the backstage area. We're now on the stage of the Apollo Theater. When you're on the stage of the Apollo Theater, you're looking out in the audience, particularly if you're a performer, right? You're looking out into almost 1,600 people looking in your face.
Wow.
Waiting for you
In
to
that
perform.
direction.
In that direction.
Yeah.
We're on, this is stage right, that's stage left. The audience is, they're out there looking at you. We have 3 levels to the theater. We have the orchestra section on the ground floor. The lower mezzanine is the first balcony, and the upper mezzanine, which is the top balcony.
As we stand here on the stage, I just think about all of the greats. When I was young, we would watch on TV the Showtime on the Apollo, and I just remember seeing all these acts.
Yeah.
And to be standing in the same space. And then I remember every artist would come out and they'd rub the Tree of Hope.
Yeah. And you know, Amateur Night actually started way back in 1934. And when the theater opened up as the Apollo Theater, because the building wasn't always called the Apollo Theater. The building, which was built in 1914, was originally called Hertig and Siemens New Burlesque Theater.
Wow.
This originally was a segregated burlesque house. Blacks weren't allowed in here. Weren't allowed to sit down, see shows, perform, or to work here. Burlesque was banned in New York City in 1932 by the then mayor, Fiorello LaGuardia. He closed down all burlesque theaters, right?
Mhm.
In 1934, new owners buy the building. Frank Schiffman and his business partners, Leo Brecker, Sidney Cohen, and Morris Sussman, right? They purchased the building and they says, we're gonna reopen it as the integrated 125th Street Apollo Theater. Now, the reason that the building was segregated originally, it wasn't because people didn't like us necessarily.
Mhm.
It was basically because Harlem in 1914, when the theater was built, it was different. Harlem was Irish, Italian, Latino,
Yep.
Dutch, and Jewish. But during the Great Migration, blacks came to Harlem. And these new owners who named it the Apollo Theater saw these black people coming. They said, we're gonna start filling up these seats with black people and bringing black programming.
Well, this $65 million investment in the renovation of the Apollo Theater, for me, represents the permanence of this history and the legacy in this glorious cultural space. What does the Apollo Theater mean to American history and Black culture?
You know, the Apollo Theater, like all the Harlems of the world, is very important to our culture. Even with the funding
Yep.
from the Action Fund, you know, to help us to create this. We cannot do this without your support.
Thank
Your
you.
support meant and means so much to us
Thank you.
because as our culture is being attacked, unfortunately, it's up to us.
Yeah.
You know, and organizations like yours to partnership and make sure that the history of the Apollo Theater always is there. We have a saying where stars are born and legends are made. You know, and that's we everybody that you can imagine got their start here. Why would we not support that as a cultural community? And being that we're artists, we're also activists. See, we're the double A's, you know. And I think that with the help of the Action Fund, I'm sure we're gonna make sure this place is gonna be here forever, long after you and I are dust in the ground or wherever the spirit world takes us. But this is so important. I'm so fortunate and grateful that your organization helped out the Apollo Theater because I've been here off and on giving service to the theater for 60 years. This is not just a job for me. This is who I am.
For us, it is a privilege and an honor to direct investment in a monument dedicated to Black artistry, ingenuity, creativity, and legacy, and just to play a small part in helping to ensure that this national shrine connected to Black history will live on in perpetuity.
Right.
If I remember correctly, as this was a front lobby, and I remember that there was a gift shop over here.
There used to be a gift shop, but that's now being changed. This say hello to Bailey.
Hey, Bailey.
How are you?
I'm
Nice
Brent.
To meet you.
Isn't it?
What's up, Billy?
Good to see you again, baby. Always.
Good. So, welcome to the new old lobby. I know he was mentioning that the gift shop used to be here, but now it's going to be over there for your new program. Your new cafe and bar area is going to be over here, and then this will be a fully redone new entrance lobby. I don't know if you guys remember, but this was like the side of the Link building. It was a building added later. This was the original historic lobby, so you can see kind of the old segments of paneling that used to exist no longer do. But what we are gonna do is that we are putting in these things called GFRG columns. So we're gonna make the old space look old again. So it's new pilasters, new columns, new millwork, and then you have this really cool black and gold terrazzo flooring that's going
that's gonna be
throughout the
gorgeous.
space.
So with these sections, was there artwork or tile work here? Was like-
Originally, this was all we uncovered when we
Okay.
did the demo. It wasn't anything cool like in the theater.
Yep.
In the theater, you did see old murals that actually used to exist back from the Minsky days, I think 1924, 28. Here, this is all we uncovered, but what we are putting in is these magic mirrors. So they're mirrors, but they have some sort of audiovisual components. You can actually
that's gonna be
see
nice.
pictures and everything in there. So it's a cool way to honor the original
Yep.
look of the space while also upgrading it and really drawing the crowds that the Apollo deserves.
And this looks like it's plaster. Is it plaster, and then the under structural side is brick?
Yep, so this is same throughout. So you'll see that too in the old theater. There's about 1 inch of plaster, and then there's brick.
Okay.
And so that's all that was that is protecting the space.
So this is a structurally strong building.
It is. We're doing our part in making sure that it is structurally sound for the next 100 years. So there's some additional steel being put in. We are, patching the plaster where required, but this building is just as strong as it ever was.
We are inspired to partner with communities like the Historic Apollo Theater because it's important that we preserve sites of Black American achievement, artistry, resilience, and activism that are imbued in historic places like this. And we want to thank you for ensuring that Harlem's cultural legacy is forever available to the public. Thank you for creating space for this community. And most importantly, thank you for honoring America's cultural legacy through this place and project.
It's just impossible for us to do this alone. So your partnership with the Apollo Theater makes it wonderful. And folks, if you didn't know, now you know. That's Mr. Brent Leggs.
You too, Ken.